welcome to my kitchen. Since we couldn't do the cookbook club this month, I thought that I would bring you in, show you a recipe, and let you guys respond with your own recipes online. So what we're going to be starting with, this month's theme was spring vegetables, or spring greens. So my spring green was asparagus, and there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I've got a real simple recipe for you. So let's start by, I'm going to go ahead and wash these guys, and we'll get started. Okay, so first things first, we need to wash anything that comes into the house, especially these days. So get it nice and wet. Doesn't hurt to get a little bit of, use a little bit of soap. Get them all washed right up. Okay, so the next step is pretty easy. You want to get those ends off. They can be a little woody, and you just really don't want them. So there's two choices here. The more traditional way is to snap them off, wherever it is that they first want to snap off. Now this works, but obviously it takes a bit of time to snap each and every one off. So a slightly easier way to do things is to make them relatively even, and just cut through them. Now this is bouncing all over, and you want to be careful of fingers and all that stuff, but it goes pretty quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and toss these ends. We really don't want them. The thing about asparagus is you want to make sure that it's early in the season. If you go too late, the asparagus starts getting stringier and woodier. You know, actually this one could use a little bit more. See how it's going a little bit on the white side? It'll get almost a reddish color when it's starting to go woody. Let's see, the rest of these look pretty good. Now the next thing with this recipe is you're going to want to line a cookie sheet with aluminum foil. If you're using a non-stick aluminum foil, you'll probably want to be careful of which side you put up, and make sure the non-stick side's up, but otherwise it really doesn't matter which side you do. So then you have your sheet pan, and you're just going to lay these guys out in a single layer. I only have a small one. If you had a full size sheet pan, it would work a little bit nicer. You could fit all of them in one go. Next step, I'm going to take some olive oil, and you're just going to spritz them. Now, if you don't want to use any oil or butter or anything like that, you can. Problem is, this helps to keep the olive oil helps to keep it a little moister. If you don't put it on, chances are you're going to have dried out tips, and it's just not going to be quite as juicy. Next step, you're just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil because a couple of these don't look like they got much. Okay. And last step, shredded Parmesan cheese. Feel free to be nice and generous with it. When it cooks, it's going to look like it cooks down quite a bit. Get this a little bit more evenly on there. If your family likes a lot of cheese, go ahead and really pack it on. If they're not quite as Wisconsin as all of that, feel free to go lighter. Next step, the oven. Okay, so the oven has already been preheated to 425, and it's just going to go in 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so we've hit the 12-minute mark, or about to. It's time to take them out of the oven. You're going to want to let them cool a little bit, but this is the basics. They are ooey gooey and parmesan-y. When you're done, you're left with this nice, slightly cheesy, really nice looking plate of asparagus. Just perfect for a family of 3 or 4 to eat as a side dish. Hope you guys had a fun time with this with me, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.